All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about these rumors that just won't quit. Rumors about a new Tesla that could, and I mean really could, change the entire financial picture for folks in retirement. I want to kick things off with a number, and, it might just be a bit of a shocker. $93,000. So, what is that? Well, for a whole lot of people, that's the real cost, the hidden cost of owning a regular car over your lifetime. And let's be clear, that's not the price you pay at the dealership. Nope. That 93 grand is the money that just quietly leaks out of your savings. We're talking about gas, those surprise repair bills that always seem to pop up at the worst time, and just all the regular maintenance. And look, if you're on a fixed income, like living off Social Security, this kind of unpredictability isn't just annoying, it's a huge financial weight. It's the kind of thing that can totally throw off your entire budget for the month or even the year. But what if you could just get rid of all that unpredictability? What if you could make those costs totally flat and predictable? Well, that's exactly where these rumors about a potential new solution start to get really interesting. Okay, so what are we talking about? The rumors are all pointing to a potential new car from Tesla. People are calling it the Model 2, and it's supposedly aiming for this absolutely wild price point. Just think about that for a second. A brand new car for less than $13,000. That's a game changer. And it gets even crazier when you break it down by month. Some experts who've crunched the numbers think that when you factor in everything, I mean everything, the total cost to own this thing could be somewhere around $199 a month. Wow. So let's look at what this really means. You see the comparison here, the old way versus this rumored new way. The big idea isn't just about making a cheaper car. No, it's about completely changing the whole equation of car ownership. The goal is to give you predictable, stable costs for like the next 10, maybe even 15 years. But it's not just about the money. There's another big piece to this puzzle. It's about making the technology simpler, easier to use, especially for drivers who've been on the road for a while and frankly don't want to have to learn a whole new computer system every time there's an update. We actually asked our community about this, what matters most to you in a car? And the answer came back loud and clear. This quote right here just nails it. People are just done. They're tired of these super complicated touchscreens that you have to relearn every other week. And that's supposedly a huge focus of this new car. The rumors say the whole design is about getting back to basics. We're talking physical buttons, controls that just make sense, and a simpler build with fewer things that can break. All of that means a more reliable car that's just easier to live with. So the big question is, how on earth do they get to a price like that? Well, it all comes down to this idea, engineering for simplicity. And look, this isn't about making a cheap car in a bad way. It's about making a smart car. It's really about stripping away all the flashy, unnecessary tech and just focusing on what makes a car reliable. It's about slashing that daily cost to breathe for owners. All right, I need to switch gears here for a second and be completely, brutally honest with you. It is so important that we separate all this exciting hype from what's actually real right now, because my number one job here is to protect you, our community, with the straight-up facts. So please, lean in and listen to this next part very, very carefully. I'm not kidding. This is probably the most important thing you'll hear in this entire explainer. Okay, let's get crystal clear. Here's the reality as of right now. As exciting as this all sounds, Tesla has not officially announced this car. That means there are 0 official cars available. And this is the big one. There are 0 official reservations being taken. At this moment, this car is 100% a rumor. So here's the bottom line, the most important point. Anyone who asks you for money right now to reserve one of these cars is running a scam, a 100% scam. Please do not give them a single dollar. Our goal here is to give you the facts so you can make smart decisions, not to sell you on hype. Okay, now that we have that super important warning out of the way, let's go back to talking about this potential future. Because now I really want to turn it over to you. We want to hear what you think, because your perspective is what this is all about. So here it is, the big question for you. If this car actually launched for that $12,749 price tag with that simple back-to-basics design, would that be enough? Would that be the thing that finally gets you to ditch your gas car for good? And on the flip side, we really want to know what's holding you back. When you think about making a switch to a car like this, what's your number one biggest concern? What's that one thing that gives you pause? Are you worried about the battery, how long it'll last, what it might cost to replace down the road? Or maybe it's about service centers. Is there even one near you? Or is it just the technology itself that feels a little intimidating? Let us know because your feedback is gold. It literally helps us figure out what we should be looking into for you next. And one last thing, we'd love to get a sense of where everyone is watching from. So do me a favor and drop your state or province in the comments below. I really do read every single one and I can't wait to hear what you all have to say. Talk to you in the comments.